Good morning everyone. In this video I'm going to analyze the live price action for EU and DXY to see what trading opportunities there may be today. You're going to see my strategy and my analysis, so if you're interested in those then please stick around. Right, here we are on the daily. We have EU on the top, DXY on the bottom. Now what's the daily showing us? Well, yesterday we closed out just as this bearish doji, right? So no clear sense of direction. I can see it more as a deceleration, I guess, like a show of resistance. But if we just read into the candle, right, we've taken buy side liquidity, gone bearish, taken sell side liquidity and just pulled back, right? So, you know, hasn't really gone anywhere. I think it was an inside bar to the previous day, which was a high test day. Okay, so I guess the two together, a bit more of a showing of a deceleration and resistance at the top if I had to really try and look into detail there. So far today we're starting out bullish. Previous daily high and low are still intact for buy side and sell side liquidity. Now if we have a quick look at the inverse DXY, it goes with what I was saying above. Right, after this bearish period we had that bullish day on Monday after taking the sell side liquidity, and then yesterday again was another bullish closeout. So it could show that support from these lows, right, possibly, and we may be in some sort of pullback phase there, bullish. Now we obviously have this imbalance here above, right, so maybe that would attract price on the daily to come and close this imbalance here. We have the same imbalance on EU, so we may also be drawn towards this side of the leg as well. So not much more than that to really go into. So let's go down to the 4 hour and see what that shows us. So on the 4 hour, we still have our bullish leg and we're still in the premium after mitigating this 4 hour order block from that previous leg. Price, like I said yesterday, sort of ranging, right? We're sticking around this area. We had that bearish day yesterday. And there's not loads, I believe, to read into. Not much has changed, right? We've taken that buy side liquidity above the previous weekly high, had some bearish price action, but we're yet to make any real lower lows or 4 hour structure breaks, right? So we still have our discount way down here. And then on DXY, we did the same, but we still have our premium way up here. So there's not much, say, momentum at the moment. There's just a lot of price action in one area. I don't see many unmitigated order blocks or imbalances around here, right? So I don't see anywhere to go off of as drivers except for this confluence up here and the fact we're in a premium. So because we're in a premium and we are possibly creating a range and resistance at the top here, it does make me feel like we are still in need of that pullback towards, you know, the imbalance here and the imbalance up here on the daily. Again, DXY also has no real confluences here for me to see as support to continue from or resistance that's really rejected to send us lower. I still see those up here towards the premium, of course. So yeah, not loads of detail. The price action hasn't been great. Obviously, there's some news early in the week here. Not many confluences for us to look into. What I'm bearing in mind is obviously previous daily highs and lows are sell side and buy side liquidity. Above these highs on a lower time frame, sell side and buy side liquidity below the lows, etc. Yeah, I think we're done with the 4 hour. Don't think much has changed. I'm just gonna keep note. We're still in the premium, still holding this area, and I'll be looking for more. So let's go down to 1 hour and see what that's showing us. So here on the 1 hour as well, nothing special. Let me stretch this out a little bit. Nothing special to see as well in regards to structure, in my opinion. You know, Newswick candle, big gap on the open, came up, took buy side liquidity, and we're just making small internal lower lows, right? Lower highs just down to here, but we haven't broke any of these lows yet. And now we're pulling back. The price action, you know, is very corrective, right? And nothing obvious. No breakdowns, lower lows, leaving behind obvious POIs like order blocks, etc. to pull back to continue that trend and whatnot. So if I look into the closer price action now today, after yesterday we dribbled overnight, right? Made some like lower time frame high highs. The one thing we did have is this imbalance here. So I've got that line there. We mitigated an imbalance, and we had a bullish hour from that, and we're still kind of bullish now. So that's the only POI that I've seen into today, and that might be pushing us for higher prices now, after coming down to these lows, failing to break that low. Now there will be, of course, buy side liquidity above these little highs here, all of these highs all the way up to the previous daily high. Another imbalance up here. We'll see what that does if we come to it. So again, like the 4 hour, my opinion is that the price action isn't great. You know when you see good price action. Up here now it's just a load of spikes and internal M15 order flow. Right, that's all I can see, but it's all quite corrective going down, all quite corrective coming up, and that doesn't give me a sense of direction. Again, we're just in a premium of that larger 4 hour leg. So it's one to be patient on, in my opinion. So again, yeah, we've mitigated that, had some okay bullish price action from there. That may take us to take in some buy side liquidity. We'll see what goes on. Now, if I look at the inverse on DXY, more of the same. Of course, we are now back into this sort of order block here. We had a tiny imbalance, right, to give that order block there, which made a high, I guess. So we've pulled back to that quite correctively. For all we know, on DXY, this is going to serve as some sort of support. So we'll see. Again, like I said, I'm favoring for DXY to want to go towards a premium and EUs go towards a discount. But without those clear structures and confidences on a higher time frame, it's just something to be patient on and see what happens. We have a possible POI here. With all that being said, let's go down to the M15, see what that's doing and what opportunities we may have today. So we're here on the M15 yesterday. Quite unfortunate. Trade was playing out beautifully, got to like 2.5%, then pulled all the way back for that news announcement to this POI left behind. Unfortunately, knocked me out for break even. Hopefully someone got to profit off of that. I know a lot of people got hit with a break even there. It's a shame it didn't make a lower high to just secure some more profit. Anyway, not to dwell on yesterday. How am I reading this market? I think I'm going to have to use the M15 a lot for our current situation, right? So I'm just going to start from yesterday. From yesterday, where I said we come from this premium POI, we broke down on the M15, break a structure here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high here again, lower low. So this is the most recent M15 leg. We could call it maybe the external leg to today, right? So we have this high to this low as our bearish M15 leg. Now, of course, when the sessions end, becomes to those low volume hours, right? We found some support, right? We just dribbled sideways, creating a range overnight into the Asia session. Now the Asia session, then again, right? Because we had this high low here, some sort of high around here, high low, high low, high. Now, so we are in a sort of pullback, you could say, within this leg. And yes, there's some bullish order flow into the market. Right, so, but how I'm reading this is we are still within this leg. As I said, from where we are in price, I would favor to go short still, come in for the sell side liquidity below this low, this low, this low, this low. Because this is a trend line sell side liquidity. We have taken the buy side liquidity now above Asia, which is great. And we found some resistance here. We spiked above in London, taking even Frankfurt's high. And we may be seeing some bearish momentum coming to the market, but we'll have to see. That would go with that story of we're still within this bearish order flow. This is just overnight in Asia price action. However, it has switched to bullish order flow into today, right? So this may just hold. So we will see. We are still within that bullish leg also on DXY, which is clear from this low to this high. And we have sort of just pulled back to the discount of it and to the premium of this. So that's how I'm reading price, because the high time frame is sketchy. The high time frame isn't clear, but that also means, you know, just to be cautious. Okay, so I'm not going to rush into anything here, but what would I like to see to possibly trade this short? Breakdown, break of structure now to continue that bearish order flow from the premium of this M15 leg here, right, and the discount of this M15 leg on DXY. So break of structure, and then we just get simple pullback, right? Doesn't have to be this corrective, but pull back to lower time frame order block with imbalance POI to trade down towards that previous daily low. So break of structure around here, possible inducement from the pullback around here, possible order block being formed around here, right? And then we would set our order with our stop loss just above the high around there and just target those lows. So that's something we could see. Of course, it's not exactly cooperating there, and like I said, the order flow into today is bullish. So it may be that it needs to seek out buy side liquidity above these highs and even this previous daily high. So there may actually be longs in there. I wouldn't want to trade this at the moment for a long. It may look better on the M5, for example. We have this M5 order block here, but for me at the moment that would be too against, you know, this buy side liquidity swept here. Like, if you see the way these M15 candles are closing and we're still within this leg and where we are on the higher time frame, I think the long could work out. I just don't know about it at the moment. So like I said, I'm being patient, I'm waiting for things, I'm seeing what happens. So yes, we could definitely go that way. I just think where we are in price, like I said, I may be patient and wait for something like this. Without the higher time frame being so clear, I want some more order flow, right? London sweeping Asia and Frankfurt, etc. isn't something I kind of want to trade against with like an M5 in the middle of price action order block. So I hope that's clear. I hope I've given you value and made all of my points clear as well. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.